Welcome to Rooted and Rising, where we focus on becoming whole through the mind, body, and spirit together. My name is Lamisa, and today I am my own guest. Imagine yourself at 80, not 80 in a hospital bed, 80 on a hiking trail, 80 dancing at a wedding, 80 getting on the floor with your grandchildren. That version of you, it starts right now. So I have an aunt that's 89 years old, and she works out 4 times a week. She also walks daily. She inspires me to be the person that she is because she has done this for years. She really focuses on her fitness and she really shares her story with others. And that is why I really enjoy working out, because I have someone to look up to at an age that I want to aspire to be. My aunt is different from those in the hospital bed her age because she continues to move. Movement keeps her driving, and movement will keep others driving. When my relationship with movement clicked, I was probably in my late 20s. I would usually just do the basics and, that was just good enough. But when I started taking my kids and I saw how active they were, I wanted to increase my endurance and do great on my PT test. But I was always active, and that what really kept me moving on. The reason I was taking my kids to PT is because they wanted to go see what I was doing. And why was I getting up so early in the morning? So I decided to wake them up and I took them with me. So let me share a moment when my activities started affecting others. I started teaching spin class. And so I had like 1 or 2 people coming. And so when I went to PT, I talked to my first son and I was like, hey, I want to teach a spin class to the company. And it was optional for them to run or them to go to spin class. About 50 of them chose to come to spin class. And once we started spin class, they were increasing their endurance and their run times were increasing like off the charts. And so the first one was like, hey, everybody needs to go to spin class because the run times are wonderful. And so that's how I really started bringing people along with me to do all different types of activities that I did. Let me tell you about my current routine. I was doing step class Mondays and Wednesdays. I do Monday, Friday, and Saturday walks with my girlfriend Tabitha. And I also was doing line dance class. And so I kind of have stepped back from the line dance class for just a minute. According to a study report by Stanford Health of over 1 million runners over 5 years, found that running habits are contagious, with individuals often matching the intensity of their peers. Kids with active parents are 5 times more likely to be active themselves. And remember earlier I talked about how I took my kids to work out with me doing PT. My grown adult kids now, continuously, I have one that's in the military, so she's still doing PT and working out. And also my youngest is a spin instructor. So let's talk about some of the things that you can do. I know I talked to an elder, she's 86 years old. She don't want to walk outside because the concrete is not even or things like that. So she walks around her house for 10 to 15 minutes in the morning, 10 to 15 minutes at night. And she loves it, just a joy for her. It's so many ways that you can continue to move your body. Some things that I like to bring people on to do with me. We go walking, step class. Line dance is so fun and it's so active, and you really don't even know that you're working out because you're just moving your body with the music. So these are some of the things that I would take you along to do with me. So me and Tab retired doing at the same time, and we continue to stay active. So we decided to start doing walks, but holding each other accountable. And once we started the first walk, we was like, okay, we'll add another one on. And then we added another one on. And so we had got to the point where we were walking every day. But then I retired, and then she was still working. So we had to minimize our walk. But this is how we just created a bond to stay active and to keep a great friendship. You are a walking permission slip. When you choose movement, you're giving the people around you permission to do the same. This is what science says about being active as you age. After 30, we naturally lose muscle mass, about 3 to 8% per decade. Bone density declines, balance decreases, metabolic rate slows. But consistent exercise can dramatically slow, stop, or even reverse many of these changes. Here are 5 major things activity protects against. Number 1, heart disease. Regular movement reduces cardiovascular disease risk by up to 35%. Even walking 30 minutes per day makes a measurable difference. Number 2, cognitive decline. Exercise is one of the most powerful tools against Alzheimer's and dementia. Number 3, type 2 diabetes. Movement improves insulin sensitivity and reduces risk by over 50% in some studies. Number 4, falls and fractures. Strength and balance training reduces fall risk, the number 1 cause of injury death in elderly adults. Number 5, depression and anxiety. Exercise shown to be as effective as medication for mild to moderate depression in older adults. It's never too late, but earlier is better. Study shows that people who start exercising in their 60s and 70s still gain significant benefits. But those who have been constantly active since midlife have a clear advantage. The goal: build the habit now so it's already part of your identity when you're older. From someone starting from zero, 10 minutes of walking per day is a legitimate starting point. Don't minimize it. Strength training twice per week is the single highest leverage activity for longevity. Consistency beats intensity. Start thinking in decades, not weeks. Fitness is like a savings account. Every workout you do in your 40s, 50s, and 60s is a deposit you're making into your future. And when you hit your 70s and 80s, you get to spend that currency on a life well lived. See you next time on Rooted and Rising.